Timberlake, but I mean, Lance Bass and Joey Fatone. Joey Fatone found work after NSYNC. All the Backstreet Boys kind of fell off. You know?
That's true. I think that obviously, like, numbers and stuff, they point to NSYNC being the better band, you know?
Yeah.
But, there's...
But I can get down to both.
For sure. Yeah, no, there's nothing wrong. I remember at the time, like, I was in high school when they came out, and we just didn't like them because they were boy band, and we're like, if we like, and I just, like, I think at the time I just honestly didn't care for the music much, but, now it's fine. I mean, there's some songs that, it's like, it's that nice, like, the nostalgia, I Want It That Way by Backstreet Boys. It's a classic, man. I mean,
for
it's
sure.
a great song, and you
for
can't
sure.
take that away.
But you throw Bye 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 on the karaoke machine. Boom, It's over.
It is over. Yeah, that is for sure. This one, I think most people. We talked a little bit about this, but I think most people would disagree with me. But Seinfeld versus Friends.
Friends.
I agree.
My uncle and my grandfather loved Seinfeld.
Yeah.
But Friends was my jam.
Seinfeld
I watched it from start to finish.
Seinfeld was interesting because of how well they were able to do with a show that was essentially like, if stand-up comedy was a show, this is what it would be.
Yeah.
Like, that's what Seinfeld is, stand-up in TV show format with,
For sure.
I guess it's essentially like a mix of stand-up and sketch comedy.
Well,
but the like kind of dry humor that Seinfeld can do.
Well, I think growing up, my contemporaries, all the kids my age, all the guys my age, wanted to be Chandler Bing. None of them wanted to be Jerry Seinfeld or Kramer. You know what I mean?
Right.
So that was kind of like the popular vote, I guess, and that was the one I got behind. So Friends all the way.
I agree. All right, The Wire versus The Sopranos. Have you seen both of those?
I have not.
Okay.
But I have seen more of The Sopranos, and anything I heard or saw of The Wire just didn't really interest me.
Right.
So
I think I really, like, growing up, I loved like gangster movies, like Goodfellas and Casino and The Godfather and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But my own personal background as a recovering addict, I think The Wire would probably interest me more, but I haven't seen it. So so Sopranos wins by default for me.
All right.
Pepsi versus Coke.
The only time I really choose like Coke over Pepsi is when I'm using it as a mixer in like something else. You know what I mean?
Okay.
If I'm doing Jack and Coke, but other than that, if we're out at a restaurant, like, you got Pepsi? No, we have Coke. Fuck. All right.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I will drink either. I don't really care, but I guess, like, to me, the best soft drink in the world is McDonald's Coke. I don't think there's anything better than that, so I'm going to go with Coke. Starbucks versus Dunkin' Donuts.
That's a good one. Shit. I guess. Well, because around here, for me at least, Dunkin' Donuts have only really started popping up everywhere recently.
Right. We're not a big Dunkin' Donuts community here.
Yeah.
I would have to go with Starbucks, but I think the few Dunkin' Donuts I've been to, they seem to do better with, like, the breakfast stuff, like their coffee, may or may not. I don't really know. I can't remember, but Starbucks has,
like, would you like a croissant or a croissant?
Right.
Like,
or a muffin or something, All right, so Starbucks it is.
Yeah.
Okay, this one is it's kind of a tough one, my man. Mariah versus Whitney versus Celine.
I would have to say, let's do it tournament style. Celine or Whitney?
For me,
Yeah.
Whitney.
Okay. I'm in the same boat. So Whitney wins there, and Celine's third. So then we knock it down to Mariah or Whitney.
Whitney.
Yeah?
Yeah. I mean, for me, Whitney was a clear number one from the beginning. I think, actually, if I had to order them, it would go Whitney 1, Celine 2, and then Mariah 3. Mariah's kind of the bottom of the band. I mean, and she's a great singer, but,
I can't argue with that.
Yeah.
All right. I agree. Whitney, Celine, Mariah.
All right. This is a pretty highly contested one I've heard people talk about, and they have very strong opinions about. Could Jack have fit on the door with Rose in Titanic?
Yeah. Scoot your fine ass over. We're both floating on this door.
Yeah, I don't get it. Why?
Yeah.
Why was that? So it even says down here that Mythbusters did a show about it because it was so contested.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, people wanted to fight that shit tooth and nail.
Wow. Well, I mean, obviously there was enough room. Will the door stay afloat with two people on it? And I didn't see the Mythbusters, so I have no idea.
Well, recently they asked James Cameron, they're like, hey, why did Jack have to die? And James Cameron's simple answer was, because I wrote it in a script.
Okay.
Like,
Fair enough.
Basically, he would have went through whatever hoops he had to make it so that Jack died. The one thing that everybody else is pissed about, though, is that in actually shooting the movie, they physically made the door big enough, or door, I've heard it multiple different ways. Door, piece of paneling to the wall, whatever. The object that she was floating on was big enough for both of them to float on. But in the movie, they kept like, oh no, there's a force field. Like, he keeps slipping off. He keeps falling off, whatever.
Right.
James Cameron, no matter what, at the end of the day, would have said anything to make it, oh yeah, Jack had to die.
Yeah.
Because in the script, that's how he wrote it. So, and he even mentioned, he's like getting kind of irritated why people are even still arguing about it. It's like, because you gave us this love story, this kid goes rags to riches and basically shacks up with this princess almost, and then his basically overnight rags to riches story ends with him floating to the bottom of the ocean because this bitch couldn't scoot over.
Yeah, that's bullshit, man.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
See what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Very fiery. All right, best, and you're gonna have to take this one because I'm not nerdy enough for this one.
Okay.
Best Marvel Chris: Pratt, Hemsworth, or Evans?
Wait a minute, I don't understand the question.
So there's Chris Pratt, Chris Hemsworth, and Chris Evans, and they all. So Chris Evans is Captain America, right?
Right. Chris Hemsworth is Thor, and then
Thor.
Chris Pratt is Star-Lord in Guardians of the Galaxy.
So which one is the best Chris?
For me, above all the others, is Chris Pratt. Chris Pratt is number one.
Okay.
I feel at that out of the three, he has, saying the most range would be robbing the other two, because the other two have shown that they can be funny and dramatic.
Right.
But I enjoy Chris Pratt's style a little bit more.
I'm not a big Chris Evans fan. For me, it would be between, because I've never seen Chris Pratt in a Marvel movie, but I know who he is.
Yeah.
I think he's a great actor. But I've seen Hemsworth and Evans in various Marvel movies, and for me, it's Chris Hemsworth out of those two that I've seen, but I've just never seen Chris Pratt. But
yeah, no,
big fan of Thor.
So I would have to say,
I still need to see that movie, man.
Which one?
The new Thor movie.
You have to.
I've heard really good things.
Yeah, it's more. I would have to say it's more comedy. So that's more. It's a little less comic book, more comedy. So I think you would enjoy it.
Yeah.
So for me, it would be Chris Pratt, and then I'm gonna say, I'll say Chris Hemsworth.
Okay.
And then Evans last.
Fair.
So, yeah, for me, Star-Lord, Thor, and then Captain America.
All right. Next one, and this was like a big deal for like a week. Was the dress blue and black or white and gold?
Oh, sweet Jesus. I remember this debate, and I don't remember the picture, but if you showed me the picture, I
have a picture.
Okay.
Right here.
If you have the picture.
So you'll have to wait. It's a GIF.
Okay.
But, do you see it?
No. You're getting messages.
Oh, man. All right. Hold on. I think if I go here, probably.
Where is it?
Oh, this is bothering me.
I forgive you.
So, oh, here.
Okay. Yeah, that looks white and gold.
Yeah. No, that's what I thought too. I never understood how people said blue and black. I wanted people to explain to me show me, point to which one is blue and which one is black. Because It seems very clearly when I go, but I've had people say, no, it's clearly blue and black. And I feel like have you ever heard people say that we're part of an assimilation or a simulation? Sorry, not a simulation.
Right, like the Matrix.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
And that's a glitch. They're the blue and black people are fucked and they don't know what they're talking about.
Yeah. No, I see that and I see white and gold. So I don't see where people get the blue and black, but
all right. So yeah, next question. This is actually the last one. This is we're at the end of our list.
Let's do this.
Actually, sorry, the second to last one. So Captain Kirk versus Captain Picard. And see, I mean, you said you've seen a few Star Trek.
Yeah. Captain Picard. So it was what's his face? It was Professor Xavier from the X-Men movies.
Yeah.
Patrick Stewart.
Yep.
And then Captain Kirk was, of course, what's his face?
The Priceline guy.
Why am I forgetting? I blanked out his name.
Dang it.
Some bitch.
I keep wanting to say Gary. What was it?
No. Good God. Son of a bitch. It's gonna come to me. Where is it? William Shatner. That's what it was. That's what
William Shatner.
Yeah. So Patrick Stewart or William Shatner. I did not grow up in a time where Captain Kirk was being shown on my TV, but I grew up with Patrick Stewart.
Yeah.
So I'd have to say I'm more familiar with Patrick Stewart's.
Yeah.
So I'd say Picard.
All right. Well, I'm gonna stay out of that one because I don't have an opinion. So the last one, maybe the most hotly contested, debate in the whole world.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe Batman or Superman.
Oh shit. I know that the debate is that the only thing that really Batman would have over Superman is kryptonite. Kryptonite can kill Superman.
Right.
But if there's no kryptonite, Superman could easily fucking laser Batman to death and be good to go. But that's not how Superman rolls. So it becomes more of a moral thing, not necessarily an ability thing.
Right.
My favorite of the two, I would have to say Batman, just because I like my heroes, my characters to have flaws.
Yeah.
And it seems like Superman's main flaw is the fact that a green rock could fucking kill him. Right. And Batman, it's like his parents are dead. Also, he's got this old dark brooding thing, and
right.
and he's mortal. He's human. He can be